Hello and welcome to the Sanctuary. It's the garage. My name's Tim, and also welcome to my new YouTube channel. This is my first ever YouTube video. I got the idea to do it probably about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, when I started watching some videos from some YouTubers out there posting about their cars, about their Camaros to be specific, and their love of the car and all the stuff they've done to it. And I thought, you know what? I'm planning on getting a new Camaro, and when I do, I'm going to do a YouTube channel. I'm going to go through the mods. I'm going to show some racing. I'm going to show some washing, wax on, wax off, all that stuff. And I thought, let's expand that video a little bit, because I do other stuff in cars. I do building stuff. I do projects. I like to tinker with things. And so I thought, what a great idea. There's this one guy out there. I'll shout out to Lenny K. I watched his videos. He's got a Camaro SS1LE, which is the package I plan on buying. And as I was going through his YouTube channel, he had other stuff. I mean, he's a gamer. He does drones. He does other stuff. I'm like, you know what? That's fun. I mean, it's fun going to a guy's channel and watching some stuff on cars, watching his racing or how he's detailing or what he's modding. But it's also kind of cool saying, oh, this guy's got a life. And he does, okay, for instance, Lenny, he does drones. And I've kind of wanted a drone. It's like a big boy remote control car that flies, And then I started seeing some of these videos of guys' cars with their drones. I'm like, oh my God, that is so cool. Guy Z Outlaw SS, he's an amazing editor. There's some great videos out there with great editing and great content. And okay, I'm not going to be that guy. I've got an iPhone. That's what I'm recording on right now. I don't have any special equipment. I don't have any special cool lighting. This is what you're going to get for now. Maybe I'll get a drone one day with an awesome HD camera. Maybe I'll get a GoPro and stuff. But anyway, I digress. The whole purpose of the channel is to have some fun. Maybe eventually have some conversations about different stuff. Big into music, big into movies and TV. And, I've got kids that do stuff. I mean, most of you probably have kids that do stuff. They cost a lot of money, those kids, but they do some fun stuff, and maybe one day down the road they're going to want to watch themselves on a YouTube video. Say, hey, that's me. If my daughter ever makes the Olympic swim team, she can go back and I can embarrass her by showing pictures of her when she was 9 years old, trying to dog paddle across the pool in her first race. So anyway, I hope to have some fun. If you subscribe, great. Stick around. What I'm going to plan on doing to start is give you an introduction to the man cave, the sanctuary, this place where I hang out, where I drink an occasional beer and drink as much coffee as I can possibly stomach. And we'll talk stuff. We'll talk about fun stuff, I hope. I'm going to stay away from religion and politics. I've got a Facebook page, and I talk religion and politics probably more than I need to. And my wife gets annoyed with me sometimes because I probably do too much of this and don't use this often enough. So I'm going to stay away from religion and politics. Let's talk about fun stuff. Let's talk about cars and building stuff and tools and my OCD moments in the garage where I've got to have everything just right and stuff. But we'll talk about all kinds of fun stuff. What I'll touch on right now, though, is I want to give a few shout outs to some of the people who kind of inspired me to do this video thing. Now, these are mostly car guys. Like I said, about 2 years ago, I started getting the urge to get a new car. And I'll tell you why. So let's go back further. A few years ago, like 10 years ago-ish, I had, well, it wouldn't be that many. You'll find the math is not my strong suit. Okay, back in 2012, I had a 2010 Camaro SS. It was a 2SS manual transmission, Inferno Orange, and I loved that car. It was so much fun. It was, at that point, probably the most advanced sports car I'd ever had. I drove the wheels off of it. I loved it. It was a blast to have. Sadly enough, I went through kind of a nasty divorce and ended up having to trade the Camaro off on a family car that would get around in Wyoming weather in January and February. I mentioned my daughter's a swimmer. She does swim meets all over the state. It's pretty hard to drive, 300 miles in Wyoming in January in a Camaro with a couple kids in the back. So I got a GMC Acadia, traded the Camaro. Kind of got the car bug out for a while. I think just with all the stuff going on with life, I didn't really feel that it was a necessity. And then I met somebody new. I met the love of my life, and we got married 2 years ago. Actually, about a year and a half ago, on Labor Day. And for my Labor Day gift, for my wedding gift, my wife got me, or rented me, a 2017 Corvette Z51. And so for a week, I had this car that was just, it was amazing. It was red, it was convertible, it was an automatic, but it was just a kick in the ass. And we got married in this place where there's a lot of twisty, turny roads. So I had the excuse, I got to go over to the wedding site and drive fast for a few minutes. I'll be back, honey. I'll be back in time for the wedding, I promise. So I drive these twisty, turny roads in this Corvette and thought, oh my God, I love it. I miss it. I miss having a car that goes fast and does great things on the road and makes you tingly, So I started thinking, I'm going to buy another Camaro. But I've got to kind of get my financial in order first. So my wife, who is far smarter than me, not necessarily evidenced by who she married, but anyway, she is smarter than me, and she's a lot better with money. So she goes, okay, you want this Camaro? This is what you got to do. And so I followed her directions, and she was right. So 2 weeks ago, I went to our local Chevy dealership and ordered a Camaro. A 2019 SS 1LE in satin steel gray with the PDR, Performance Data Recorder, fuel door, and the cold air intake. So it's coming to me in 60 to 90 days. So when that happens, hopefully the snow on the Wyoming roads will be gone by then, and I'll be able to get out and get a little driving down. Anyway, that car is going to live here in this sanctuary. This whole thing is starting because of a Camaro. But again, I'll branch out. I'll do other stuff. But stick around for the visit, or not the visit. Visit me. Stick around. Come around. Maybe I can edit that part out. I don't know how to edit it yet, so we'll work on that. If it's still there, you'll know that I couldn't figure it out, or Anyway, stick around. We're going to talk about the car a lot. I'm going to show the car a lot, and hopefully we'll race it, we'll do mods, we'll clean it, we'll do all those cool things that you do with cars, and we'll do them here in the sanctuary. And I'll branch out and we'll do some other stuff. So stick around for the ride. Shout out. I started this, but I want to finish it up. The guy who got me really wanting the SS1LE, wanting the track package car, was a guy named Brandon Pierce. His YouTube video was the first one that I saw. And he takes this white SS1LE out on these roads and he drives it. And the perma-grin on this guy's face for the whole ride made me think, I think that's the car for me. I think that's what I want. And so he's the start. I messaged him a while back, said, I think he owes me some money because, all this money that I'm paying for this Camaro is kind of his fault. Doesn't responsibility lie somewhere? All right, so let's finish this up, get this thing posted. There's not going to be anything fancy, no fancy beginning, like this guy Lethal Camaro. Another guy that I watched quite a bit, does all kinds of mods to his car. He does reviews on other Camaros. He did a review on an SS1LE and thought it was an amazing car. Anyway, he's got this great electric Camaro at the beginning of his. I don't know how to do that. Maybe someday I will. Another guy, JRock702, Jason from Las Vegas. He's got an SS1LE. He traded a Corvette for the SS1LE, and he loves it. He did some great mods. Got some ideas on things I want to do to my car from him. Lenny K, already talked about him. Mojave KY. Now, his isn't an SS1LE, but it is an SS, and he's done some great mods to it. He's fun to watch. He does some great, really instructional stuff. You can sit down and watch him do it and think, okay, well, he's got more skills than I do, but maybe I can do this. So, Me and My TV. This guy's got the biggest personality in the Camaro world of YouTube videos. He's a blast to watch. His 1LE is flipping phenomenal. The mods he's done to this car it's beautiful. It's not what I would do, but I can still look at that car and say, holy cow, that is gorgeous. Z Outlaw SS, mention him. I think his editing skills are out of this world. I hope one day to be anywhere, if I could be half of what he is editing wise. I would consider myself a success. His stuff is fun. He's got an SS1LE, and he does some great driving, and he's an old guy, kind of like me, so that helps a little bit. Nothing personal with the Outlaw. You're not old, you're just experienced. Lord Dead Spider, this is another guy. Doesn't have a lot of videos out there, but he's got a few. He just recently bought a Riverside Blue 2019 SS1LE, 1SS package. And her auto perspective. Here's a lady on the East Coast who does auto reviews, and she did a review of an SS1LE. I want to say Virginia, but I'm not exactly sure where she's from. Anyway, she did this long video, no driving, because she'd done an SS driving video a couple weeks before, but she showed this SS1LE, and it's in my color, satin steel gray. And I've watched that video I don't know how many times, just thinking, oh, won't it please hurry? I want to drive this car. Even if it's stuck in my garage for the next 3 months because there's 4 feet of snow in my driveway and I can't get it out, I'm itching. I'm ready for this car. So stick around. Hold on. Real quick though, here's my first mod. I haven't even got the car yet, and I'm ordering stuff. Can you say shit on YouTube? I'm gonna try to keep it clean. This is a family channel. PG-13 at best. This is my first mod. So my plan is, and I can't remember the guy who I saw this from, but I love the 1967 crossed flags, 67 Camaro. They've got these little things, because back in the old days they actually drilled holes in the side and they put them in, there's these little retainer clips. Well, I'm going to shave these things off and I'm going to glue it to the side. Hopefully it'll look okay, but it's my first mod. And my wife asked me what I wanted for Valentine's Day. I said, I want some lug nuts. SS1LE comes with these beautiful wheels. I mean, they're probably the prettiest stock wheels on a car I've ever seen. They're kind of a gunmetal gray, almost black. They come with chrome lug nuts. What was Chevy thinking? Anyway, that's a rant for another day. Maybe I'll do a video on how to put on a lug nut. Clockwise, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, that kind of stuff. That's my level of auto repair and construction. Very good at stuff, but I like doing it. So if I got to do it 14 times to get it to look right, I'll do it 14 times, but I have fun doing it. Stick around. This is going to be fun.